Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. It's the 2023 Starter Deck Upgrade Guides. We're going through all 15 decks for both Alchemy as well as Standard formats, all conveniently located with one playlist. So let her rip, right? Go through all the videos and kind of find which deck is right for you. Today we're playing with Selesnya, Strength in Numbers in Standard. This is a green and white token-based mid-range deck. We'll break down the deck list, talk about all of the strategies and synergies, showcase this within the gameplay footage, then finally wrapping up with our closing thoughts, deck review, and community news. So thank you again so much. I really do appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to ensure that we can continue to create great future content. Locally, Strength in Numbers, Standard, 60 cards with a 2.5 average mana value. Very nice, 23 creatures, 12 non-creatures, and 25 land in the build, so really consistent here. Again, making creatures is the name of the game, and then capitalizing off of those made creatures, right? So, whenever a creature enters play, first of all, Lunarch Veteran, you're going to gain 1 life. It's a 1/1. You can play it as the Phantom. It's going to be a 1/1 with flying, and then whenever a creature leaves the battlefield, you'll gain 1 life, right? So both on entry and exit, we can gain life. That's pretty cool. Similar function within Gala Greeters, but only triggering once each turn, but gaining 2 life, which is really nice here. So there's a bit of life gain in the deck that we can take advantage of. Also, the Wandering Emperor's -2. Exile, tap target creature, you gain 2 life. That's a little bit of control alongside the life gain, which is nice. And then finally, Elspeth Resplendent for 5, +1. Choose up to 1 target creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and a counter from among flying, first strike, lifelink, or vigilance, right? So, if we need, we can throw a life gain counter on one of our bigger creatures, which is going to be absolutely juicy. So, what are those bigger creatures? Well, there's the Queen of Allenal of Ruadach. 3 mana, power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures we control, and whenever 1 or more tokens would be created under our control, create that many plus a soldier token instead, which is fantastic. And of course, Adeline Resplendent Cathar for 3. Power is equal to the number of creatures we control. Toughness is 4. And whenever you attack with a creature, whenever you attack an opponent, I should say, you, I guess, would have to use a creature. Create a 1/1 tapped and attacking white human creature token, right? Fantastic. It's going to be attacking something. Creature, a planeswalker or your opponent, right? So those creatures will grow in power as we accumulate more and more creatures, right? And then, Elspeth's lifelink is fantastic. Elspeth's flying is absolutely fantastic to help us not only survive, but get a bunch of that damage through. There's also the Celebrity Fencer for 4/3/2 Alliance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This is not bad whatsoever. And then it's some of the token generation engines. We've already talked about Adeline. There's also Darling of the Masses for 4. Citizens get +1/+0, and whenever the Darling attacks, create a 1/1 citizen, which is really quite nice here. And then capitalizing off of all of that, right? So we've got the Rumor Gatherer as a 2/1 alliance. Whenever you cast a creature this turn, or a creature enters the battlefield, I should say, scry 1, and the second time a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card instead, which is fantastic, right? So, we'll get the scry, we'll get the draw. This is absolutely fan-frickin-tastic if we're utilizing that. We also have the Park Heights Pegasus, a 2/1 with flying and trample for 2. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card if you had 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Again, just that extra draw is going to be really, really nice by having multiple creatures enter the battlefield. We also have the Ooze, which can fulfill that. Its power is equal to the number of different card types in our graveyard: enchantment, artifact, creature, instant, sorcery, planeswalker, land, right? And then its toughness will be equal to that number +1. At the beginning of your end step, create a copy of it, the Ooze with that ability as well, which is pretty crazy. So, multiple creatures each turn as soon as you get this blob into play without even attacking, which is pretty crazy. Wedding Announcements, only 1 creature here, but if you play a creature and the announcement triggers, that's going to be 2, just helping us combo in with the rest of our deck. At the beginning of your end step, put a counter on it. If you've attacked with 2 creatures, draw a card. If not, create a 1/1. And then after you have 3 counters, flip it. Creatures you control get +1/+1, right? We have a single copy of the Hopeful Initiate, a 1/2 with training. Really easy to combo in with other creatures for 2 entering the battlefield. We can pay 3 to remove 2 counters from our creatures to destroy artifact or enchantment, which is really nice. We have the Crowbar, which makes On entry, a citizen token auto-equips the crowbar to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and can pay 1, sack the crowbar to destroy artifact or enchantment. The Sash as a 1/1 for 2 as well. We can pay 1 to exile card from a graveyard. If it was permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Reconfigure for 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each of the +1 counters on the Sash. We love it. We talked about Gala's ability here. The +1/+1 counters, create a treasure token, gain 2 life. You know, just the gaining life. We didn't talk about those other 2, but again, you get to choose 1 of the 3 that have not already triggered this turn, each turn, which is really nice. Civil Servant, again, really cheap, easy to combo in for multiple creatures entering the field in one turn. 2/3, whenever it attacks, you may tap an untapped citizen. If you do, it's going to get +1 and trample, which is pretty cool. The Briefcase is an ramp. We sacrifice it to add mana, and when it enters, it creates a citizen, which is really nice. Plus, we can draw 3 cards late game if we have enough treasures to, you know, get that mana availability for us, which is really, really nice. We have a Restoration here. When it enters, grab a Plains from your library, then discard if you do return from your graveyard either a land or any permanents with mana value 2 or less back into play, which is pretty cool. And then finally transforming into the 3/4 Architect with Vigilance. Whenever it attacks or blocks, create that 1/1, which is really important, those double creatures, right? Again, it already has the Vigilance. We can give it flying really easily. We can give it life gain and get down and dirty. The Fountain, for 3 mana, we can pay 1, tap it to untap a creature we control, also making a 1/1. Very easy to make an additional creature just for 1, you know, every single turn. We can pay 2, tap it, untap 2 creatures to draw a card. That's pretty cool as well, you know, on their end step as we've got untapped creatures. And then finally, pay 5, untap 15 creatures to win the game, which actually is possible, believe it or not. Then we have the Emperor. We talked about the control. You can also just make a 2/2 Samurai here, or give a +1/+1 counter to a creature and first strike till the end of turn for 4 mana with 3 starting loyalty, mind you. And then finally, you know, Elspeth's got a couple different modes here too. -3, looking at the top 7, putting 3 or less mana value permanent into play with a shield counter on it. Rest in bottom in random. Then -7, creating 5/3/3 angels with flying, which is pretty cool as well. That is the entirety of the deck, other than a couple of our interaction spells here. We've got the March, exiling artifact creature enchantment with mana value X or less, reducing its casting cost by 2 for each white permanent we discard into exile from our hand. And Luxurious Libation for 1+X, instant speed, target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn. And we create a 1/1 citizen, which is actually really, really nice. So strength in numbers in standard, you know, just a fun deck to play if you can get it to pop. No meat hook in standard, so it's a little bit safer than it was in the past. So, you know, having a fun time with it, right? Cheers. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more future content. Of course, check out our other starter decks for 2023. We have them all in one easy to find playlist for you. Let's play some Magic. Going first, you know, land's not great, but it's there. It builds to 4. Hopefully we pick up a secondary white source for 3. We're not playing quickly, so I'm just gonna throw that in tapped anyways. Now that opens up, you know, these white spells, potentially. Oh, without doubt. So, it's a counter Magic deck, and I'm very upset that our draw engine gets... Oh, there was no hold-up. Did you notice that? Just slipped right through. Well, that's still very annoying. Darling, you can get out there, I guess. You little cutie pie, you. Field wipes and such. Spirit deck. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Let's attack. Make the 2/1, which is quite formidable. 3 damage. Oops. I accidentally double clicked there. I wanted to hold up removal. Take the token, fizzle the research. Get pretty juicy blocks in. I almost didn't see the flying there. It's got flying, don't worry. I'm gonna kill this 1/1, I'm sure. Better than the 2/1s. Next turn, maybe we just get after it. They're in a position here where I don't think they want to attack. They may not necessarily want to wipe the field either. So we'll call it good there, huh? Going first with a very slow hand. This is worst case scenario. Let's see if we can still make it work. Jasper. Playing black deck like a dirty dooz. Ramping though. I like that. Also the citizen is created. Companion out fine. Draw the card. I'll take the attack. Question is, are they sacrificing this companion to nuke my announcement? I don't want to even say it out loud, but Rite of Oblivion. Yeah? I think that card is still in rotation. With flashback. Just play another one. Looking for the third land, it would appear. They don't get it here. Advantage us. If we get our land. No, they get theirs. That's fine. They're doing just fine. See if we get ours. New. Hopeful. No attacks. End turn. Create a creature. We hold up our libation. We don't care about 2 damage to 14. Well, a little bit, not so much. Only for the fact that they're at 24 do we really care at all. It happens, though. Is that your third companion, bro? Nice. Dude, what's mine say? And their third raid? Sweet. What's mine say? What? Their deck only has 2 cards in it. Let's counter up. We could +1 make another creature if needed. We have the life gain. Oh. Come on, bro. 1/3/5 Darling, which I think is going in the air. But maybe it's a minus on Elspeth because I hate removal. And if they removed the Darling after we pushed it up, I'd be heartbroken. I want to get this fountain out. Auto tapper, you're so funny. Okay. I mean, we could, but then we'd have to draw our 5th land for Elspeth. Bringing the companion back for a draw. That's good. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. For 2 to 10 here. Unless we untap double block. That might actually be a good idea. Honestly. Gets rid of their creatures. Our token replaces itself. We just need to dodge Wandering Emperor. So maybe I Vigilance Darling. But then Vigilance isn't good with Halo Fountain. We keep Halo Fountain out for response to the Wandering Emperor. Yes. Okay. I get you. I get you. I get you. Just need some life gain. Next turn, we can Elspeth plus Fountain. So that would be nice. Hitting for 6 to 18. We retain our blocker. We have combat tricks. Both, I wouldn't call offensively as we're defending, but, you know. We got some spells. We got some stuff. Some dudes in the Dougie. Three cards in their hand, and that's really the battle we're trying to win is the value. Big money, no whammies, no whammies. Boop, 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 boop. Opponent goes first. Sure. Nice 2-drop. Yeah. We're in slow. Double Gatherer. With a blob. Maybe we can actually get something to work here. Playing against Jetmir, though, which is not good. Especially if they have removal out of the... Well, I mean, you might want to remove something else. I don't know. It's a good card, though. Definitely a good card, Dougie. Especially if we were to top deck an Adeline. Naya Artifacts? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Fourth and fifth land. Where are you? We need you. Come on. More removal? Dude, what's mine say? Voltage Surge. What's mine say? Fucking dead creature. Get Stimulied. Can't. Well, you could pay one. That seems kind of weird. Why not just wait a turn? I'll never know. We'll never know. It's a good blocker, though. I know this much. And they've used a lot of their removal already. Oh. God damn, dude. It's yours, have it. You jerk. You big fat jerk. Go gadget crowbar. We can libation just for the creature, I believe. I'd pray that we get that 5th land. Because this is going to get gross. They may grab Trample. Oh, yes. Get lucky, I guess. Do it. No. Interesting. Gatherer. Holding up libation first. As long as they don't get anything, right? And we can continue to build. Yes. We're going to do the same thing this turn. I want that blob out, though, you know? I think it's pretty good defensively. Holding on. Do they have something here? Oh, no. But we can kill it as soon as it enters. Like, this is bad. You can have it. I'll use this 3/2 to block first. Right? I'll declare it as a blocker and then sack the crowbar. Okay. That's pretty annoying. I have the mana to do so as well. Alright, so this is 2 more creatures here. We do also have to pay 1 for it. Which I think we're doing. We'll get a draw through a double ETB here as well. Not going to block with the 2/2 here. We should have. Even, like, after we talked about it. Yeah, it is what it is. We should have done that a little bit differently, sequencing, I'll admit. Big. This should really help us. Line can go. the draw. It's another land. Nice. I guess no attack, sadly. These oozes will become quite overwhelming. Here's another scry. Another land. Nice. Alright. Another creature. They're gonna treasure loop here, I see. They can't do it this turn. They can only do it once per turn per Gala. But it's very good. Right? Very, very, very good. Pay one sack. Creature enters, make a treasure. Sack the treasure, make a crate. You know what I mean? It just goes on and on. Which is really, 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 really good. This is really, really, really good as well. Land, get out of here. I'm so sick of you. Take the draw. Another land, another land. I guess you can stay. You're going to trigger a draw, so it's good enough. And your life gain. This is so bad. Maybe we should, because we have so much scry. Next turn, let's scry for an Adeline. Let's scry for an Elspeth and try to close this game out. Because they're going to get double strike here at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8. Yeah, okay, we've messed this up. But that's good game for them. Like, you know what I mean? We couldn't get clean attacks through, and now they're to the point where they're getting double strike, so. That's a cool deck, right? Gala Greeters, Stimulus Package, Smelter, literally going off. Because this treasure can be sacrificed while it's tapped, right? Maybe not. Or they do it sneaky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. They still get us. I'm most certain of it. Sack the artifact here. Yup. I knew you could. I knew you could. There's the double strike, and yeah, we never stood a chance. Literally never stood a chance. Oh my god. That's actually pretty close. It's pretty close. I blocked as much as I could. Good game. Oh, gilly doggly. We get the job done here with Selesnya, green and white, strength in numbers within the standard format, having a ton of fun. Standard is very, very competitive because Worlds had just taken place. Everybody's running these crazy good decks. And then everybody else is running something that competes with those, which is crazy as well. So, you know, I get the blight of a new player. You don't have those decks, you don't have the wildcard availability, and you don't want to really spend hundreds of dollars to get it right away before you know that you love Magic that much to make it part of your lifestyle. That's totally fine, and that's what these decks are for. You know, it's going to get you farming, get you those decks eventually while helping you learn about the game and, you know, that discovery process of whether or not this can be a new hobby of yours or not, right? So it's a lot of fun. Once you're done with the starter decks, we've got the free-to-play decks, and then we go to Standard, and then eventually we go to Explorer. Fuck Alchemy and Historic. We'll get there eventually. Now, we do like one deck for each of those per set. The demand isn't high. With that being said, I hope it grows, right? Those are for the advanced veterans who have a lot of money, a lot of time, and have been doing this for, like I said, a long time, right? So with that being said, check out the other videos. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Have an absolute magical day, and I can't wait to see you soon in the next.